One thing that really skyrocketed my improvisational skills was learning minor conversion. So basically, minor conversion is the act of taking a chord. So we could take a B flat 7 sharp 11, and then you just think F minor over it when you improvise. So that really made jazz improvisation much less overwhelming for me. The reason why I felt jazz improvisation was overwhelming was I always felt I had too much information. So there was this scale and there was that scale and there was that mode. It was just so many things that I had to learn before I could improvise. And then when I learned this method by Pat Martino, it was like my world became so much smaller. I could just focus on this one thing, which was converting to minor, and it made me sound much better. So it made my solos sound so much better because all of a sudden I could think less. So the minor formations, according to Pat Martino, works like scales. So how you would play a scale up and down, it mixes the act of like going up a scale, but also using arpeggios. It's almost like you're playing a scale, but it uses chromaticism and arpeggios too. That makes the formations sound really good going up and down, which I always felt a scale never sounded good going up and down. So I've laid this out in my course, GuitArmin Method. I've done that in a real step-by-step process. So it's still on pre-sale, so you can get it for a cheap price if you're interested. So another thing that minor conversion has taught me is you can also skip chords. So that's why the title of this video is how you can be lazy, because it's almost like a lazy thing to skip chords. But in my opinion, if it sounds good, it sounds good. So what I've done is I've chosen the tune Giant Steps. So the first bar of Giant Steps consists of a B major 7 going to a D7. The second bar is a G major 7 going to a B flat 7. And the third bar finally lands on an E flat major 7. So first of all, what I've done is I've converted the B major 7 to an A flat minor. Okay, so think about that. A B major 7 becomes an A flat minor. So that's minor conversion using it over a major 7 chords. You go down a minor third from the major 7 chord and you can play a minor scale from there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play A flat minor going to C minor. And the C minor represents the E flat major 7 in the third bar. A flat minor represents the B major 7 and the C minor represents the E flat major 7. That means in reality I'm playing over B major 7 and then landing on E flat major 7. So I'm literally skipping D7, G major 7 and B flat 7. So I'm skipping 3 chords. And that might sound like a lazy thing to do, but if it sounds good, right? So this is me playing over the first 3 bars of Giant Steps using A flat minor formations going into C minor. So we're skipping chords. That's why I call it the lazy way, but there's nothing wrong with being lazy if it does the job, right? Let me improvise this concept of lazy improv over something like a rhythm changes. So rhythm changes has like a 1, 6, 2, 5, right? So it goes B flat major 7, G7, C minor, F7. We don't necessarily want to play over all those chords. You can do that. There are phrases you can use that kind of targeting all the different chords. If you just want a method that can help you, you can just think C minor formations over everything. So that I will just use the formations that I teach in my course, GuitArmin Method. So I will just play it over the first A section of rhythm changes. And C minor Dorian represents B flat major 7, right? So why the formations sound really good is because they implement the things we like, right? So chromaticism, arpeggios. So that sounds like this. If you want to outline the changes to rhythm changes, that's also a really nice thing to be able to do when playing rhythm changes. You can do... That's also cool. So this is what I give you to start with, and then after that you're in C minor. And then now you can go There's so much things you can do. So imagine you do this, and then after that you go and start doing the linear expressions, the formations that I teach and that Pat Martino teach. You can start doing them there, right? And then you go. So that's basically mixing some outlining of the changes with the formations. And that's kind of what I want to tell you, that learn the formations, and after that you add in outlining of the change, like rhythm changes, phrases. So the formations are great. They kind of have that sense of you're playing the changes, which is great because we want to just play, but sometimes we want to literally play all the changes. Like more like dogmatic is not the word, but more like, well, just outlining. Sometimes we want to do that. It doesn't hurt knowing both of them, right? Most of the time I will just play the formations when I improvise. And then I do my like approach notes to mix them up with. So I really recommend you having the formations as your home base. Like how I do it today is I have the formations, but then I've learned to mix them up. Literally this I teach in my course. This is how you want to map out the fretboard to get a sense of how to improvise. When someone counts in, oh wow, that's a nice sun. When someone counts in a tune and you're like, don't know what to do, the formations will always be there for you. All right, they will always be there, even if you don't know. If you don't want to be creative, you always have those formations that can help you become creative. So that's basically what I tell you. So I teach all the formations in my course, GuitArmin Method. You can get the pre-sale, which has plenty of material already for you to practice. My name is GuitArmin, and I teach people how to improvise. Thank you for watching this video. If you want jazz to be more popular in this world, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe or like this video so it just goes out to more people. Thank you so much, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.